Well, a warm welcome to today's video. This was recorded on Friday the 10th of September 2022. We're reporting from New Hope Children's Centre in Uplands near Nairobi in Kenya. And this is actually the abandoned baby unit where abused young babies come to be looked after, and also some expecting young ladies who've sometimes been abused also come here to deliver their babies. This is the kitchen where the baby food is produced, or for the young children anyway. It's cooked separately from the rest of the facility, and it smelled really good. So this is one of the aunties who looks after the younger children at the facility who've been rescued, sometimes from truly appalling circumstances. Many of the children here would simply not be alive had it not been for this rescue centre. This is where all the younger children sleep. They've all got their own bed. It wasn't actually bedtime here, but they decided to show us that they knew all where the beds were. So it was quite nice. Shortly after this, actually, they would go in for their afternoon nap. Now, obviously, we can't breach confidentiality on this video, but we were told really quite harrowing stories about some of these children. But great to see that they are so well loved in this centre. And hopefully you had the chance to watch the videos that we recorded with Anne and Cecilia, where we talk about these things in a little more detail.
Marvellous.
This was some of them who just got out of bed. We, of course, viewed it as a bit of a curiosity. There actually hadn't been many visitors since pre-COVID times, so it was a real privilege to be one of the first post-COVID groups of visitors. And this one was very curious about the camera. When we went in, they all brought us a chair to sit on.
This is curious, isn't it?
It really is a beacon of light, this place, a true rescue centre for children. This is lunch being prepared. Now, this cabbage is actually grown on the grounds. We'll have a glance at the garden later, and I was so impressed by the dexterity skills demonstrated by these ladies preparing the cabbage. I would not like to have to do that. Here we have the cooking facility. This is Grace, Cecilia showing us around, cooking the cabbage. A bit smoky in there, but fortunately it was fairly well ventilated. That was the cabbage, and then this is the beans, and then we see the maize meal as well for the children's lunch. And this is the serving. This is lunch being served. You can probably hear the background noise. If I talk a bit closer, you can probably still hear me. 120 children at the facility at the moment. So all tucking into lunch.
Is that nice?
They get eggs twice a week. They get meat once a week. But most of the diet is, as we see, maize and vegetables.
That's very nice.
But they all looked really, really healthy. This is the garden where a lot of the food is grown. And we'll see later that they also have some animals. So this is the indoor activity centre to stimulate the children. They have a great time playing here. It's fairly basic, but the children absolutely love it. This is actually an organisation we've been involved with over more than 12 years now. 12 years since I first visited this facility. Great to see it grow and develop. And it is what it appears to be. It's excellent. Real beacon of hope in what it does. Children can sometimes be reunited with their families at a fairly early stage. Other times children grow up here completely. This is one of the classrooms, registered with the Kenyan government, of course, as an official school. Remarkably well behaved children. I've had students in their 20s who aren't as well behaved. This is the older group. They don't have a full high school facility as yet, but the older children can go out to high schools in different parts of the area and country. But the academic standards are high. Outdoor playing area. This was just kind of post-lunch run around.
Everyone
wanted to be in the video. Yeah.
Hey,
It was a really great atmosphere,
more.
and I can personally attest to the veracity and honesty of this.
You as well.
Really
Yeah,
excellent
you're on, don't worry,
organisation.
you're on.
This is Ken. Ken was a child who was at the facility but had learning difficulties, so ended up staying. He looks after the sheep. I met him the first time about 12 years ago, so it's great to see him develop into manhood. Looks after the sheep, works on the gate, and the young kids love him. It's just wonderful. So thank you for watching this brief video from this centre.